I grew up in a family where we're quite strong and secure, and I guess I was the sensitive one, the one who is quite thoughtful. And so I grew up with being told, just hard enough. And I understand that hard enough attitude because, if you've never struggled with this, or you're not sensitive in certain ways, then obviously it's easy to harden up. It's easy just to get on with life, but that was never my case. So that's my heart, to push to families and bringing awareness that we're all not wired the same, and to help people who struggle like myself get to a place where they can be strong and that they can know how to deal with that emotional side. That's really the drive behind why I want to be a part of it, to help bring awareness, to help give tools to people who are struggling the same in my case, that there is hope on the other side. My family have been amazing. When I first told them of my struggle, because they didn't really know the extent of what I go through on a daily basis, they were very open and understanding, and yes, it was an emotional time, but I think it's so important that we do speak up and tell our loved ones. My husband's been amazing. He's been my rock. He understands the way that I think, and I've just had a baby, so that's been pretty full on, and my baby's just a constant reminder to me to choose life every day. In families, there's security and safety and identity. When a family are around you and fully supporting you, you can do anything. And if we can get strong families and empower them and give them tools to help those struggling with suicide, then we'll have strong families produce strong communities, and strong communities produce a strong nation.
Progressive release. I've done a few versions of her. But what it is for me is this symbolises who I was. I was just all bound, and I was like a doormat, and that's how I felt in my heart and in my head, and these were the lies going on in my mind all the time. For so long, I myself always saw the negative. I couldn't stop the negative voices in my head, or the self-doubt, or the self-hatred. Having grown up on the streets and making lots of really ridiculously bad choices, and including like drug addiction and prostitution and all that goes with it, I had to come to a point of rock bottom and realise that there was no one there for me. I don't want that for anybody else. I just see so much brokenness around me everywhere, and I want to be able to invest in people and just offer them hope. It all starts with ourselves, first off. But to actually come alongside other people and find their strength and draw them out, whether it be creativity, whether it be entertainment, whatever, but just finding an option for them in a different way than what they've been expressing, and to help them to realise that what they've gone through or what they've lost, you can also gain from it. There is actually beauty in the darkness. I hate seeing the downtrodden. I want to offer people what I never had, just to help people realise that it's okay to be vulnerable, because there's actually a real strength in that, and it's okay to say, hey, I'm having a hard day. And because when we keep it to ourselves, we become more isolated within ourselves, and this is where it just gets really dark.
I think for our family, it's not just been one big thing or one small thing that's really been our trigger. We've had a lot of little things happen over a long period of time, where one day you just wake up and you realise that you have to change, or your family is just going to fall apart. It's just going to crumble. You might not have them. It's a pretty big realisation when that happens. For me personally, my journey started before I even had kids. My childhood wasn't fantastic, and I actually, when I was 12, was ready to leave this place. I was very lucky that my dad happened to intervene at the time, and a lot changed from there, but it was a really hard journey. Between 12 and 14, my life was about just going out, doing whatever I wasn't supposed to be doing. I was very naughty, because I didn't really care about the consequence because life didn't have any value. It didn't have value to me. I didn't really care if I wasn't here, so consequences didn't really affect me at all until pretty much I met my husband and everything changed, and all of a sudden there was something to be hopeful for. So being pregnant, I had already decided there are a lot of things that I don't want my children to go through. I don't want them to go through these things that I've been through. I need to make sure whatever I do from today will help guide them on the road I want them to be on. Today's society, social media, all of these things play a big part that didn't when I was around. And so all of a sudden, one day we woke up and I'd lost that with my children. 6 years ago, we lost somebody really close to us, our nephew. He took his life, and it was very difficult for us. It was on our family Christmas Day, and it changed Christmas for us forever.
My family's been impacted by suicide. A family member, the father of my 2 grandchildren, and I saw firsthand what suicide does to a family. So I just want to help. I can step up now and I can help educate people on talking about suicide and taking away some of those scary parts about it. The stigma around suicide. People don't want to talk about it. The thing I like about Link4Life is it's new and it's exciting, and I think it's a way into families' homes, into their lives. I think it's the foundation, the ground, and we're going to work up from there, and we're going to reach young ones, and help them along their way. There is life after suicide, and there is hope, and Link4Life is offering families a way to build foundations to make stronger families. We want to get alongside you guys. We want to help. We want to see change. The whole family gets impacted by suicide, but when you're joined together, Link4Life, that's what it's about.
Love was the most difficult choice for me to make, but now that I've exhausted all other options, my hurt has become hope. Never, ever, ever give up, because you are loved and you are valued way more than you realise.
I don't want people to forget. There's 2 people that are dear to my heart. 2 good friends that I lost, Ebony Teo and Jamie Tedao. They were good friends growing up, and I wish that I knew what I knew today, that I could have helped them. And I encourage anyone out there to be sensitive, to be thoughtful, to not say hard enough, to just be a listening ear, because that's usually what it takes to help somebody come through.